All right, so I found that I have like 1 point something, like 1.8 billion in salvage or so. And I've got several, oh, no, I don't need that one here. This is my manufacturing character. Manufacturing Mama, which is called. And let's see, I've got one that's done training. I got 13 hours on some others, and then I've got I haven't done up any of the stuff yet. So this character is not very skilled. It's a manufacturing character I put together, but what I found was I didn't put very many manufacturing skills on her, and so now I'm working on that. And so this is going to be the primary character that I'm using in Null for manufacturing. And so I've got these right here, which I can't do manufacturing here. Not supported at this facility. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So I can support now, though, the training of one of them. And so I brought two of each out here. And I did that so that I could be researching a set and then have another set for, manufacturing anything I need to do right away. It'll be a 10% difference in how much the cost is, because a researched blueprint will cost less, 10% less fully researched than a unresearched blueprint. So anyway, I'm going to pay, 3.4 million, 10 days. I will have this one done. Now, what I need to do is find what facility I'll actually be manufacturing at as well. I can't do it here. I can't even look it up. I suspect that there's probably something in the system, though. And so here's material efficiency. Let's see, manufacturing, current region. And then there's other things too. So in the player stations, you can put in specialized rigs that can specialize in things like drones and ammo, in frigates and medium ships, all those things. And so those rigs can equal bonuses in that manufacturing if you want to drill it down that far. I don't know whether or not we have stuff like that out here. And so we'll just have to see. I'm going to go by number of jumps on this one and see here. God, that index has jumped another 0.39 today. Gee whiz. Or is it different in here? No, it hasn't. Okay, so the manufacturing index is higher than the research index. So this particular facility that I'm in, as I was mentioning, you can see here, it says assault frigate, material consumption, 4.2% less, and job duration 42% less, based on the rigs that are in here. Attack battle cruisers, negative 4.2% on the cost, and job duration 42% quicker. Battleships, job duration modifier 30% faster. And so not a whole lot for anything like rigs or anything. You can see here, this is Industrial Park. This is T2 medium ships, which is probably what it's specialized in. If we hover this, says type supported assault frigates, attack battlecruiser, battleship, black ops, blockade runner. Material consumption -5%. And then here's one that says modules. Yeah, and I don't know where these are. These are all Horde, so that's good. T2 large ships, so Tech 2 large ships, battleships. That's what the bonuses are in this. And like if I want to build rigs, then I got to take all my optimally, if there is a manufacturing station out here that specializes in rigs, it might be more advantageous for me to go there. When I say might, the reason is that I say might is because it depends on the size of the station and how the rigs are configured, that there could be other like bigger stations that get better bonuses, and that that just their generic rigs might perform better than a small station. Small ships, T2 small ships, T2 components. So just plain old components, that's probably what most of my stuff will be. Here we go. Drones and fighters. So we've got you know, it doesn't look like there are any special rig bonuses for drones and fighters, even though that says drones and fighters. And drones do not cost very much at all. So, you know, medium ships is the bonus here. So this has, well now, okay, so this one's interesting. So it says medium ships, and but yet it has 5% off for rigs or for material consumption on assault frigates and attack battlecruisers, and or for battleship, black ops, blockade runners. This is what I'm saying. It's almost like I need to have some sort of manufacturing calculator to know how the to know which one's going to be the best. And we might be just talking 1 or 2% on everything, which in null a lot of times is cheaper to do stuff out here anyway. So, you know, you say I need to scroll on the M4 structure, there's a lot more bonuses. Oh, there's a scroll bar here. Holy shit, I didn't even see that. Damn, okay, let's look at that. I didn't know there was a scroll bar there. Can I make this bigger? Nope. See, this is how often I do manufacturing on these kind of things. I've been doing it all along in NPC stations for the most part. And I just manufacture things that I can make a profit on there, which is not everything. In fact, it's very limited. Got to take advantage of things. So, yeah, so charges here. Material consumption, -4.2%, and job duration, -40%. On charges are going to be ammo. And -42% on job duration for ammo is a really big deal, because it takes you like 30 days to do, you know, a big run. So combat battle cruisers, recon ships, command destroyers, command ships, covert ops, cruiser. Wow. All right. This I didn't see all this other stuff. So here's for drones and all kinds of all kinds of stuff, even implants. This looks like this is where I'm gonna be. You know, staying in the same system that I'm doing the research in. Modules, 4.2% on cost savings, and 42% on speed. Wow, there is a lot of stuff out here. A lot of stuff. So I think that maybe I don't need to go anywhere, right? Yeah. That's what I'm starting to think. The system cost and index cost is 7.39. But there's a lot of opportunity here. So let's see here. Oh, and then where do we do invention at? Because like I've got these here for turning them into T2 rigs, and I think most of them are 1020. And I haven't even looked at invention, but I might have the materials out here already, because isn't invention is from hacking, I think, and I've done plenty of that out here. Manufacturing. Okay, let's look at invention. Arutaru's. Wow, 13.19% on the system cost. Damn. Job cost modifier, negative 24%. See, that makes a big difference. So it's actually going to be cheaper to do it there in MJ. How interesting. Do all I want to do in PVF. But that's not, is that, this is not Horde though. See, that's the only thing. Oh wait, it is a member of Horde. Okay. So, but even though the system cost index is 1.6%, the rigs in here bring the cost down by 24%. I think it would still be cheaper. It's cheaper than an MJ? All right. Well, let's find out. We can find out. Pick the least valuable one here. Oh, look. I think there is a way in the industry stuff that you can tell a blueprint to show you the stats for a particular station. I don't remember how to do it off the top of my head.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
So all of it in PVF too. I see. No, I don't have to do them in the same system, but it does help a lot with logistics if I were moving a lot of material and everything. So I don't I don't know how much I'm really gonna do. This is I'm gonna build these ships that I'm using for my little null fleet, and you know that's gonna be good. But how, you know, am I gonna start doing manufacturing beyond that and stuff? I actually don't know. Does Target Painter help with application for sentries? Yes. Because it makes the radius larger on the object that you're shooting at, and if it's moving, it helps with tracking and stuff. You'll strike it more. I've always been afraid of doing null manufacturing for losing blueprints. Like, okay, so I had 2 Tech 2 blueprints, and now I only have 1. I can't find the other. I don't know where it went. I'm guessing that I left it in a station somewhere and it got blown up or something. I just don't know. And Tech 2 blueprints are crazy expensive. So, in fact, I wonder, on the HyperNet market, we can take a little diversion here. HyperNet relay. Have I looked under the bed? I should. So, let's see here. HyperNet relay. Now I'm not really, oh, you can't make this any bigger? What? Come on, really? That's the size of the window? I can't make it any bigger? Shit. All right, so. Meta group. Tech 2. Item. Do I have to put in a... Category blueprint. All right. So, oh, and then can I go out from this of saying blueprint original? Nope, it just looks like just blueprint. Blueprint type original. There we go. There's no offers. So there's not even any offers here right now. So you can't. There's no offers, but I don't know if we can look at it in contracts either. Sometimes people just put them up for sale in contracts, but they're incredibly expensive. Like, I don't know that we would see anything under, like, say 30 billion on those. Finance contracts. Can we do a contract search for buy and sell, and then Blueprint and all regions, item category, Blueprint original, okay, item group. There's no Tech 2 here, is there? So all regions, contract types all, original, Blueprint original. And then let's go by price. There are no Blueprint original Tech 2 here. There's nothing here either. So there's just not very much on the market in all regions. Buy, sell, Blueprint original. This is one way that you can get that you can if you're going to be manufacturing, that you want to buy stuff that, like this Orca here. It says that it's 1020, so it's already all researched up. An Orca that is a 1020 is like at least 2 years of research was done on it, and they're wanting 7.5 billion for it. I think they're not asking enough. So search for BPO over 10 billion, price minimum million. Oh, it wasn't showing me in the list now, was it? Okay. That's really interesting because I told it to do it highest price first. Oh, but this is date created first. I could have gone to highest price first. So, highest first. There we go. And then it would have shown me this. All right. So, here are Tech 2 blueprints that are for sale. Holy shit. I mean, like, the market on these is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And so this one, they want 125 billion for it. That is a fully fit Titan. 125 billion. Of course, it's researched to 1020. The gravimetric ECM blueprint. Well, here's the deal. Is that how many of these actually sell? Like, so you can manufacture these in, you can manufacture them off of these Tech 2 originals without having to go through the invention process. And so that lowers your cost. But how far, how many are you going to have to sell of these to cover the cost of the 125 billion? I think that you're going to be looking at like manufacturing them nonstop and selling them on the market for 20 years. to make that up. I'm not even sure you could do that. So here are here's other stuff which indicates to me. So like I have medium spike is my Tech 2 blueprint, and so this tells me that I could probably sell it for a minimum of 100 billion. Some people look at these as they buy them and that they become more and more rare as time goes by, because they're not seeded into the market in any way anymore. And they were really from an error in judgment of CCP when they were replacing something in the game that for people, and they decided to give Tech 2 BPOs as the replacement for these other items that were very valuable, but not nearly as valuable as this. It was just a judgment call. They were, making players happy, and it took on a life of its own to become something much bigger than what they anticipated on the values. And so that's how they got introduced into the game. They were not introduced in any other way. They came in by an action of a GM. So the making this stuff here, javelin rockets are, how often are they used? They're probably used a lot in faction warfare, but not a lot. Nova Rage rocket. These are all rockets. I wouldn't touch the rockets. And the Nova Precision Light, I wouldn't touch that either because it's precision. It's a very specialized thing. Medium plasma, I don't think I would touch this either. I wouldn't buy any of these unless it was for the investment, because I don't think that the manufacturing of them, that it would be that I'd get anywhere near what the outlay is. And then even if you look at it, like what if I bought, like this one's 125 billion. So I buy it for 125 billion, and in 5 years it's worth 250 billion. Let's say. Well, what if I bought Plex right now and 125 billion worth of Plex, and then I sat on that for 5 years? Is it potentially possible that in 5 years that the Plex would be worth more than 250 billion? I think the answer is yes, it's quite possible. And the issue with this is that it might just be buying one of these equals holding something at inflation value. And so kind of like in real life, you hold on to gold, and gold tends to rise with inflation on its value. And so it's a good investment to hedge against inflation. It's not a good investment otherwise. So anyway, that's kind of an offshoot of this. I think that unless I saw something here that had a market, a market of, I don't know how many units. Like if these were Tech 2 ship blueprints, which some of those do exist, would I consider 125 billion for that? Yeah, I think I would. But I suspect that those ones are going to be a lot more. So anyway, this is not going to be anything that I'm doing right here, right now. So there we go on that. Now let's take a look at this. And I'm in a facility that can do Invention. And let's see here. And how many job runs I can do, a maximum of 60. And it's going to cost an estimated 19.5 million. And then it will make this into, well, you got to roll the dice. There's some rolling of the dice in this, and you roll the dice with this right here, and so you put an optional item in there, and then you see what kind of effect it'll have on it. So, you know, time efficiency, cost efficiency, potential. I think that you don't know the actual until you start it, if I remember correctly. And then, so primarily to me, I'd wanna do, you know, manufacturing. So probability multiplier plus 20%, max run modifier plus 1, material efficiency modifier plus 2, time efficiency modifier plus 10. And so probability modifier 80%. So it's 80% that it's going to give me more max runs, which does that, being more max runs, does that offset like cost reduction because you can build more of them? Maybe. And run modifier plus 9, probability multiplier negative 40%, material efficiency modifier negative 2. Yeah, so there's a bunch of different ones here to give you, you know, more stuff. So I think that I probably have a lot to learn in this area. And so it says here that the cost is going to be 40 million now with this in it. Okay, so how do I remove that? Maybe I can't. Okay, so let's close this and then open that again. Because that modifier is going to cost whatever it's going to cost. Oh, really? You remembered? Thanks for that. Come on. How do I remove that? Can I hit delete? No. Let's see if I go over here and then to here. No, it keeps remembering it. Scroll up to the choice of none. Oh, there. Well, you know, because it was highlighted, I didn't pay attention to it. You know, you put it right in front of your face type of thing. All right, so we're at 19.5 million for 60 runs. Okay, so remember that, 19.5 million. Let's go to this other station and take a look and see what the cost differences are. This has a really high system index cost here, and the other one I'm going to go look at does not.
Warp drive active.
And this one, you gotta go further along too. Several jumps out. But its system index cost is much lower, even though the bonuses on reduction of cost in the other one are big. yeah, you're right. My goodness, I was looking at material costs and not the cost of
Welcome
manufacturing.
to the
Okay,
Dragons.
I remember
How
it
bent
said
underscore just followed.
34,000. I'm pretty sure that's what it said.
Warp drive active.
You're right. I was looking at the wrong one. I've done all of these things before, but I just haven't. I don't have a lot of recent experience with it. Hellbent, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Warp drive active.
I'm pretty sure it said 34,000 in there. Which is nothing. And so at 34,000, I'd go with convenience. Because really, how much of this invention am I going to be doing? Maybe on these, it doesn't matter very much. And on other items, though, it might really matter.
Warp drive active.
Am I not going to make it all the way?
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Hello, Sparky. So, MJ, which is where I was looking previously, I can go back there if I need to, if I was way off on the numbers.
Warp drive active.
There are a lot of manufacturing sites in here. On a nice line out here.
Accepted.
So 15,000 job cost. The other one was 34,000. The amount of ISK that's going to cost means that it doesn't matter. What could be interesting is to look at, manufacturing in here comparatively on items. So now what's interesting is this says 34% success probability per run. The other one I thought said 40%. Oh, and I have some skills to put in to do this stuff, don't I? Yes. So, skills. Yeah. How interesting. And then the skills on each of these that are needed, do they up the probability? Nuclear physics. So, can I get a hover on that, please? It's not giving me a hover. Okay, mechanical engineering, manufacturing time bonus. All right. It's manufacturing time bonus. Reduction in manufacturing time. So these are all manufacturing time. It increases the probability just a little bit, 1 to 2% per level. All right. So, okay. Thank you. All right, so can I remote do this? So nuclear physics. Right, if I look in here, it's be under science, nuclear physics, buy and inject. All right. Said I only needed level 1. Oh, but I need something else in front of it, don't I? Okay. What else is needed in front of it? Science. All right. And then nuclear physics. There we go. And then what was the other one? We need mechanical engineering and Minimatar encryption methods. Oh. Okay, that Minimatar one's going to be a problem. Mechanical engineering. So same thing. It's got to be done in this order. I knew there'd be a lot of science involved in this. And then the Minimatar encryption methods. Yep, unavailable for remote. Check on market. Oh, I need hacking and electronic upgrades too. Ugh. Well, you know, at least these are available. Okay. They're just not available here. So, all right, well, making progress. And I'll get there even at low levels. So this character is really, you know, turned out to be like neophyte for this. And so I've got work to do to get her to the spot she needs to be.
Warp drive active.
So I think I probably I just think about whether or not I put implants in this character. You know, there are some implants which will help with you know, some of the manufacturing stuff, some of the research stuff and everything. And, you know, do I want to go to that expense? I don't know yet. I suppose just at the very beginning, I'm just trying to make the basics. For all the Tech 2 stuff, that's gonna come later. First, I'm gonna get all of the Tech 1 stuff built. And I have most of that stuff in place. But I do need to figure out where it is I'm going to do this stuff. Where is most logical? And I'm not 100% sure on that, in all honesty. I'm just kind of muddling through as I go and expecting, at least for myself, that if things are not
Warp drive active.
things are not permanent. That's another thing, is that when you have these blueprints at all of these different stations, it's really important, especially if they're researched up and a lot more valuable, that you keep track of all of them. You have to know where they're at. You just have to. So if you don't, then I'm gonna have to bounce. I don't know who this person is in here. If you don't keep track of it, you'll lose them. Just like I lost a Tech 2 blueprint. I don't even remember what it was for, the other Tech 2 blueprint I had. You know, maybe I should start going on, you know, structure bashes or whatnot and hope that I can get a Tech 2 blueprint as loot.
Drive active.
I have seen them drop in some when the structures are blown up, but it's not often.
Warp drive active.
But my cap is completely out, which means that maybe I'm not going to make it the whole distance. Ain't the whole distance. But will I make it the next jump? I don't know. She does not have good piloting skills.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Feel like I should have a leopard out here. Zip, zip, zip. Although, does a leopard have null bubble survivability? Actually, I think it probably would. It's a shuttle. And that's a racial trait of a shuttle.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Gosh, it takes a bit to get here.
Warp drive active.
If there's anything for research in this system. Or invention.
Warp drive active.
Nope. Right.
Docking request accepted.
Made it back with this. Technically, I can do that with all of these, make copies once I get them researched up. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, see you in the next episode.